right, let's get into BS Movie News Live. Let me give you a rundown of all the topics that are going on before we get into everything. Bill Sienkiewicz, an artist, he is speaking out against Fox using his art without permission. We got H.P. Lovecraft TV Show anthology, a Flatliners sequel. Ego the Living Planet may be making an appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And we're also going to be talking about a couple of a Comics Corner. We're going to be talking about Wierd Love Volume 2. Tell you about a really awesome little deal I got from Electric Fang, a little toy that's ridiculous. And yeah, and the Mermaid Splash remake. Also, in things that I have recently acquired, top story today, Electric Fang, a fan on Twitter, tweeted me about this little guy. If you guys don't know, I did a retro review of House 2 for my Spooky Halloween special a few years ago. I love House 2. It's like this really goofy, really fucking goofy movie.
Ah! Just get him off me! Leave me alive! Get off me! Just! Take me alive!
It's a cat puppy! It's a cat puppy!
Charlie!
I can't even handle it. I can't even handle how cute that thing is. Okay, and it's one of my favorite weird, bad. It's not bad. I don't know. It's just awesome. And within it, there is this caterpillar dog. I call him the catter puppy, and he is my favorite little like weird dog. They find him in some jungle in the room in the house, and he like is hanging out. So yeah, here he is with Gramps, and I'm surprised they didn't get the shot of him, Gramps feeding him the bottle of beer. But yeah, so there's these two brothers, Electric Fang. You can visit their website, electricfang.bigcartel, and they just create some weird little action figures that like nobody asked for, and because they get a kick out of it. And I just couldn't believe that somebody made a catter puppy, and I bought it, and it's sold out. It's already sold out. So I don't know if they're making another one. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm so fucking glad I bought this because it's the best. And I never thought in a million years that there would be a catter puppy little action figure guy. And they even put moss in the little deal because he falls in the moss in the movie. It's just, god damn it, you guys, Electric Fang. Yeah, T-Bone wants the pterodactyl baby. You know, I kind of want Bill Maher's in the movie. I kind of want Bill Maher. I would be down with that. So yeah, big ups to Electric Fang for making weird fucking toys, and this is the best, so it's made my fucking day. Moving on. We have H.P. Lovecraft. There's going to be a TV show anthology being created. I'm super stoked on this one. Now, the distribution has not been figured out yet. We don't know where it is going to be airing, what the deal is, but we do know that we got some peeps, and they're making a show based off of H.P. Lovecraft short stories and novellas. Because if you don't know about H.P. Lovecraft, you probably heard the name, but he's like kind of from a little past the turn of the century. It's like not quite turn of the century, but he's considered the father of cosmic horror, and I've read a lot of his stuff. I've read most of his stuff, I think, and a lot of it's like shorter. There's not like, it's not novels, it's just like short stories and stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited to see where that goes, and apparently this is been, you know, co-signed by the estate of H.P. Lovecraft. This is the first time something of his is made where the people in charge of his IP stuff are like, yes, this is awesome. Because I've seen a lot of knockoff, like H.P. Lovecraft, like Stuart Gordon stuff, you know. I mean, you have like The Reanimator, that was based off H.P. Lovecraft. He did Dagon, really weird. All right, so next up we have Flatliners Sequal. And this is something I'm actually really excited about because A, it is not a remake, it's a sequel. And you're going to have Kiefer Sutherland. He's coming back to reprise his role. I guess Pretty Woman isn't coming back. Julia Roberts, she's not going to hang out. Kevin Bacon should come back. Oliver Platt, I mean, like, these guys are great. I really like this movie. I have it on DVD. It's got really good lighting in it. I like all the weird lighting. But if you don't know about Flatliners is about a group of college medical students, and they're running these experiments on the sly where they will medically induce, like, death in each other, and then let them like die and try to experience it and see how long they can stay under, and then poof, bring them back to life. And then hopefully the person will come back with some recollections to tell them of like the other side. But when they do that, like some weird shit starts happening, you know, like some shenanigans start going on when they come back and they start seeing these like things and people, and it's a whole deal. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I think it's a fucking fantastic idea for a story. I'd like to see more Flatliners stuff. And yeah, I'm super stoked. Flatliners sequel. Apparently, this just dropped while I was sitting in this chair getting ready to do this show.
Oh.
Channing Tatum is going to play the mermaid Madison, although I'm sure his name's going to be different. He's going to be the mermaid in the Splash remake
Oh my gosh.
that's happening. So
Stop the presses.
stop the presses. I was a big fan of Splash when I was a little girl because I just loved mermaids. Like, I was really into mermaids. Like, I loved The Little Mermaid, and I loved Splash, and I wanted to be a mermaid, and I was, like, in the pool pretending I was a mermaid a lot, and I would, like, come up with, like, I had blue hair, and, you know, I'd have all these, like, ideas of, like, what color my tail would be, like, how my fins would look, what kind of a bra would I wear, like, is it seashells, is it stars, is it pearls, you know, what is it? So, yeah, I was a big fan of that movie. Tom Hanks is in it, and also, gosh, what's her name? Elle Driver in Kill Bill. Some people have said that I look like her, which is like, please, I'll take that. But yeah, so Channing Tatum is going to be playing a merman. And, you know, honestly, I'm all for it. I don't have any problems with this. Splash is kind of a goofy movie to begin with. Like, it's fine. It's not sacred. You can remake Splash. And Merman, I've never seen a merman love story, so that's new ground. I'm okay with a merman love story. I'd like to see more sexy mermen.
There's potential there.
There's potential. I mean, it's gonna be goofy. I mean, and that's how it should be. It should be schlocky and goofy and kind of fun, and like that's why I'm okay with it. So I'm totally down for Channing Tatum doing that. I'm also excited for his. I don't know. Is this official? The 22 Jump Street Men in Black crossover?
Yeah.
So he's also going to be in a 21 Jump Street, Men in Black crossover with Jonah Hill, which I'm also okay with. Like, I'm like, fine, you know, have fun with it. Like, have fun with it because, you know, Men in Black is a struggling franchise. You know, where is 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street? Where are they going to go next? You know, it just seems like a logical progression, like Aliens.
It makes sense, strangely, yeah.
It does make sense because I really enjoyed the Jump Street movies. Surprisingly, I'm not a big comedy movie person, but I did really enjoy those movies. So I'm down. I'm down for weird Channing Tatum stuff. I think that he's cute, especially when he's just playing himself, you know. I don't know if he's the best actor in the world, but he's great when he's just being charming old Channing Tatum. T-Bone, you've met Channing Tatum.
That's right, I did.
Where did you meet him? On the set of Step Up 2?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, The Streets. Was he a cool guy?
Yeah, he was very friendly.
He was very friendly. So we heard it here. Channing Tatum is a very friendly guy. Yeah, T-Bone would cast him in a movie. All right, so next up, we also have Bill Sienkiewicz. He has spoken out. He is a wonderful, amazing illustrator and artist. He's worked on a lot of comic book stuff, particularly Elektra Assassin is a big thing that he's done. He also worked on New Mutants. And most notably, he did a lot of covers for Dazzler. I love Dazzler, so, you know, I have a lot of, every time I find a Dazzler, like old Dazzler comic that he's done the cover of, I buy it. And in fact, I actually have the issue in question here. Okay, so here's the scoop, right? Do you remember when X-Men Apocalypse was coming out? And they had this promo image of Sophie Turner and that guy who's supposed to be Cyclops, and they're in a record store looking all 80s out, and they're looking at albums, and Scott's got this album. He's holding this Dazzler Sounds of Light and Fury. And the scene is actually not in the movie at all. So yeah, but apparently at San Diego Comic-Con, Fox, they're getting ready to release X-Men Apocalypse on Blu-ray balls. And so as one of their promotional things at San Diego Comic-Con, one of the giveaways is they were giving away some sort of, I don't know if it was a fake record or a record or something, I don't know, but it had this album art on it. And Bill Sienkiewicz was at San Diego Comic-Con. In fact, last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I bought a Moon Knight print from him because he also did some awesome Moon Knight artwork. And he said all these people kept coming up to him being like, oh, will you sign this? And he's like, what the fuck is this shit? He had no idea. He had no idea that they had been using his artwork. They gave him zero credit They gave him obviously like no money for it or anything. They didn't even like comp him like, oh, here's some of the fake album things that we made for you. And he even said, and this is the sad part, that what it looked like is they went on Google Images and found the lowest resolution, crappiest like thing of this, and then used that and printed it, and it looked terrible. So like, not only did they use his art without his permission or compensate him or give him any credit, they also used a really shitty version of it. Like, that sucks. Like, that's so low, Fox. Like, that's so fucking low. In fact, I'm friends with Bill Sienkiewicz on Facebook. I met him a couple of months ago on Collider Heroes with John Schnepp. And he's amazing. He's such a really awesome guy. So I got to see this whole thing unfold. Like, I was there when he posted that Facebook post about it. And then Hollywood Reporter picked it up, and a bunch of other people have been talking about it. And in fact, you know, I want to kind of watch a movie with me. Like, I've been doing this thing for my Patreon patrons where you can watch a movie with me once a month live. And I think it'd be really funny to watch X-Men Apocalypse with Bill Sienkiewicz and us just talk shit about the movie the whole time. This is, I don't know, I'm putting it out there in the universe. I'm hoping, I think he's down though. We connected when we were talking on that show, because I told him about how his Elektra Assassin cover like burned into my mind as a little girl, and how I wanted to be a badass like Elektra Assassin. So yeah, and also, you know, the Dazzler thing. Well, it is upsetting, because it's like, you see this time and time again where artists just aren't treated well, and people steal from them, and they steal their images, and they steal their artwork. And like, even Zara, I saw this whole thing that Zara's just been like finding these people who make these really rad pins and then ripping off their designs and then mass producing them and selling them. Urban Outfitters also does this sort of stuff. I mean, people do it all the time. It's really lame. So somebody's got to stand up for artists, and I went to art school. I consider myself an artist, so like, fuck that shit. That shit's lame. I'm not surprised to hear that Fox is doing shit like that, because they don't give a fuck, because nobody does. Because I think it comes from like a jealousy. I think that people are just like, oh, well, you get to be an artist and draw, and I have to work this shitty job, so fuck you. You know, we're not gonna pay you for anything. And you're like, dang, this sucks. Well, I'm sure it's an outsourced marketing team, but like, come on. I mean, that artwork comes from somewhere. I mean, you know, they should know better. They should know better. I mean, they should at least give him some credit and be like, hey, Bill Sienkiewicz did this. Cause like, I remember, I don't know, I should have asked him about it when I saw that image, like that was on Twitter. But yeah, I know, that's what, yeah, he said his friends physically restrained him from going over there and like talking mad shit at the Fox booth. But he's like, but in hindsight, he's like, I didn't want to yell at a bunch of hapless just people working at the con who have nothing to do with this, you know, like, but yeah, I can see where his rage comes from, and I get it. And sorry, bro. Sorry, Bill Sienkiewicz. All right, moving on. So in our comics corner, we got a little teeny comics corner today. Not a lot of crazy stuff going on. But the good folks at IDW, they sent me this copy of Wierd Love, Volume 2. I actually wrote the foreword for Wierd Love Volume 1 because I love Wierd Love. And I almost bought this. I was at House of Secrets. And I almost bought this, but then I didn't, and I bought something else, and I can't remember why. And now I'm so glad that I didn't, because they sent this to me. And I was like, nobody ever sends me free comics. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, Craig Yo and IDW, you guys. And if you don't know what Wierd Love is a collection of old romance comics from the 50s, 60s, 70s, a little bit of 70s in there. But they, like these, like, Craig Yo and Clesia Gusani, like, they go through these old comics and they find the most fucked up, weird, non-PC, bizarro love stories, and they like put them all in this great collection. And it's like, oh, this thing is just, it's so well like put together. Like, I love all these like images. Like, look, she's dreaming of all these men just like running, jumping over hurdles. And there's like one about a ventriloquist dummy, a girl who's dating a guy who's got a ventriloquist dummy, but he can't say that he loves her, only the doll can say that he loves her or something. And she's like, no, you can't, we can't hang out until you tell me that you love me. And there's this, oh man, there's this one in here, Second Fiddle. Okay, this is about these two girls, these two sisters. They're in the circus, right? And one of them's a little sister, one of them's a big sister. The big sister's like the big cat tamer, you know, and the little sister's just her helper. And the little sister has a crush on this guy, Dick, you know. And, you know, Dick's all over the hot older sister, right? And so one day, like, the tiger, as much as she should, to, like, make him more ravenous, the tiger attacks her big sister may have taken the big sister's eye, almost killed, like she almost didn't shoot the thing either. So she shoots the animal, and she kills a fucking innocent tiger too, which is like really big bummer. She kills the tiger, saves the day, saves her sister. Nobody knows that she did that, but then she just, in the end, like she doesn't get the guy, and she's just forever the second fiddle, and her sister almost died, and she's crazy. We've got another one in here. Let's see here. Where's that one? One about hippies, flower love. That was a good one. One more. Okay, one more. I didn't like Savage Love. Men were my business. This woman, she runs a escort service, like a male escort service. I guess that was just a thing. Like, I mean, it's not like sex. It's like you just go out on dates or something. I don't know, you just hang out. And she falls for one of her dudes, and she's like never falls for her dudes. And then this guy, he keeps going on this dates with this like one person, and then she gets really jealous. She has to fire him, and then he's like, "Why are you firing me?" And then they go, and he shows her that the woman he's been hanging out with, which is an old lady, and then he proposes, and they're gonna get married and move to South America. So a lot of these, you just end up like they get married at the end. Like Crack Up, this guy, this woman, her parents die in a train crash. And she blames this one guy in the paper, but then he's cleared, and she starts dating him because she wants to like crush his dreams. She wants to like make him fall in love with her and then ruin his life. But then she actually kind of does fall in love with him, and then she almost pushes him off a cliff, and then they get together in the end, and it's fine. So yeah, Weird Love. I joined a teenage sex club. That's the first one in here. That one's pretty good too. So yeah, check these out. He called me jailbait, or they. There's never. I mean, they never actually show any actual sex or anything. I mean, these were like created for little girls. Yeah, call me wicked, female of the species. So yeah, check these out. IDW, I love them. They're so great. It's the best. So yes, I'll take some questions if you guys have any thoughts. When is the X-Men documentary Volume 3 going to be on the YouTube channel? Asks Draco. First of all, cool name. Second of all, I don't know. T-Bone? You want to help me out with this one? What are you thinking? Do we have any projections? We haven't really even talked about this.
Ad yet, and we're going to be releasing the first 10 minutes on YouTube as an ad.
Okay.
So you've got it before it hits YouTube. It might be next year.
Okay. So T-Bone is speculating maybe next year. I'm thinking maybe before next year, but we are going to put out like the first 10 minutes pretty soon, or some sort of big clip of it to whet your palate, to hopefully help us make our money back on that bitch. So, yeah, and then hopefully when we make our money back, then we can release it for free.
Why don't you explain how the whole process works? There is a budget, and we have to...
Yeah, with Epic History X-Men Volume 3, there is a budget, and we have to make that budget back before we kind of put it out for free for everybody. So, I mean, I think I haven't checked it recently, but I think we're pretty close to breaking even on it. Because that's the deal. We don't profit off of these. Like, this is kind of a labor of love here, guys. So yeah, we'd like to break even, and then we'll put it out there for you guys. So maybe if some more people download it over the next few months, and we can get that extra little bit.
See the Legion trailer.
Oh, okay. Is that Charles McMillan? Hey, Charles. Thanks for that sweet image that you tweeted me. I put it on my Instagram. That was a good tweet. Any chance of a Blu-ray for Epic History X-Men 1 through 3? Good question. T-Bone and I have also talked about this, and, I was talking to John Schnepp about it, who actually has made a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff for his documentary, The Death of Superman Lives, and he was telling me that it's like $1 bajillion, and it's like crazy money to get Blu-rays made. So we might make a DVD. I'm not entirely sure. It just depends on like demand and stuff like that. So unsure, stay tuned, maybe around Christmas. I saw somebody asking about the Legion trailer, Renzo. I've not seen the Legion trailer. I was actually supposed to do that. I didn't do my homework, but yeah. All right, am I playing Pokemon Go? No, Justin, I have not been playing Pokemon Go. I actually need to clean my house, and I need to find my W-9 forms really bad. That's what I've been playing. Find Your Tax Forms Go is what I'm going to be playing tonight, because I got to go turn those in, because I filed for an extension. We're chill, but it's like, I kind of misplaced them. Yeah, well, I was in the middle of like a transitional time, and I kind of misplaced them. So, whatever, it's fine. So Michael asks, what do I think of Mr. Robot Season 2? Oh my God, Michael. I've been loving it. Are you kidding me? I've been loving it. It's so good. You guys, if you guys are not watching Mr. Robot, like, fuck you. Like, go watch season 1 and start watching season 2, okay? And I think that the episodes are on USA.com. And they're, god damn it, it's just, they're so cinematic. It's like watching a movie. It's like the way that they're, like, the way that they're shot, the way that they're acted, the way that they're written. Like, I'm just loving this story. I love the new characters that are going on. I love Angela's story this season a lot. A lot, okay? Because she's in the belly of the beast. She's working at E-Corp, and she's, like, listening to those, like, little things all the time that are like, oh, you are powerful. You can manifest anything that you want. And you have to kind of do that to work in an environment like that. And man, that scene where she was like getting on Bloomberg on the line and like tell him, no, we can't have these questions, is like hanging up on Bloomberg and stuff. Like, oh, that was so sick. Yeah, Angela's like my super girl. So yeah, I love her.
Can't wait for Wednesday.
Can't wait for Wednesday. Okay, Wednesdays are my new favorite days of the week. You know, like, you guys, like, seriously, like, you think Game of Thrones is awesome? Like, this is the new Game of Thrones, okay? Like, this is the real shit. All right, Rami Malek is just killing it. So, yeah, can't recommend it enough. So, we're going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining us for BS Movie News Live. Hopefully next week we're going to have the motherfucking set. It's going to be awesome. I'm sure I'm going to be up here saying the same goddamn thing next week. Looking like an asshole.
New set, new platform.
New set, new platform. It's going to be a little different. Things are changing around here at Smiletime, so there's going to be some different stuff going on. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be really exciting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat slime time channel. And, yeah, you guys are the best. Mwah!